The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello, this is TVWAN News. Thanks for joining us. In this edition, Paraka assets to be confiscated, no constitutional amendments, and CPL launches Family Planning Center. Police are now working to seize Paul Paraka's assets so as to recover as much of the misappropriated money as possible. While Paraka has been sentenced to 20 years this week, this does not stop police from conducting further investigations.
Police Commissioner David Manning in a statement today said police have instituted proceedings under the Proceeds of Crime Act and are now working with the public prosecutor and the Department of Finance so that the state can take possession of Paraka's assets. Commissioner Manning said the conviction and sentencing of Paul Paraka should be a wake-up call to corrupt individuals that they will be caught one day. He told the nation that the police will pursue the same course of action to seize assets in future prosecution of corrupt individuals. Commissioner Manning warned those involved in corrupt deals and stealing public funds that police conduct intensive investigations and follow the money trail to confiscate proceeds of crime. He added that police investigations into these and other corrupt dealings are ongoing and said Paraka is just one of several others who are being lined to appear before the court. He congratulated his officers and those from the Public Prosecutor's Office for presenting evidence in a clear and coherent manner that saw the successful conviction and sentencing of Paul Paraka. Ruth Rungula, TV1 News.
The Catholic Bishops' Conference and the Catholic Professional Society have jointly called for the Constitutional Robe Reform Commission to make public the report from their consultation on the proposed amendments to Section 45 of the Constitution, which will see PNG being declared as a Christian country under the Constitution. Representatives from these two organizations are concerned that the mainline churches have not been consulted by CLRC during its consultation, but shocked to see that this amendment has now been listed on the government's business for the October session of Parliament. They say the proposed amendment is unnecessary and are calling on members of Parliament to exercise their conscience not to vote for this amendment when it comes to be passed on the floor.
The Church's position is clear on this matter. No to further amendments to the Constitution to make way for PNG to be called a Christian nation. This is the stand they took in 2021 when this matter was first discussed. They want CLRC to disclose the contents of the report because they have not been consulted and are not privy to the report. President of the Catholic Professional Society, Paul Ariknen, added that the Constitution as it is now is clear and has no issue when it comes to Christianity. Section 45 of the Constitution gives freedom to everyone to exercise freedom of conscience, thought and religion.
We should not waste our time digress into issues which are not, when there are big serious issues we already have in our country. Urge the political leadership to worry about the real hard issues the people are facing.
Bishop Rosario highlights concerns that will have to be addressed when changes are made to the Constitution.
Now, if the state proposes that ours is a Christian country, which principles of which church are we following? We have so many churches, so many denominations in this country. So what are we following? What are they proposing us?
President of Catholic Bishops' Conference, Bishop Otto, also called on the government and TLRC to respect the forefathers who wrote the Constitution with wisdom from God.
I want to appeal to our parliamentarians who are now thinking about changing or making amendments to the Constitution. Maybe I believe we should always respect those who went before us, the parliamentarians, with their own wisdom, guided by the Holy Spirit and God. They've laid a very good foundation of our Constitution and inspired by the God we believe in. So who are we now, after 48 years of independence, coming along and trying to change the Constitution?
With this consensus, they have also called on members of Parliament not to support this bill in Parliament. Ruth Rungula, TVWAN News.
Enga Governor Sir Peter Ipatas has called on the Work and Highways Department to prioritize the sealing of a 6-kilometer road from Gambog Station to the base of Mount William in Simbu Province. Mount William is an iconic tourist destination attracting both international and local tourists, and Peter Ipatas wants this road to be given priority in order to retain and contract more tourists. Minister for Works and Highways, Sola Mirisi, made an undertaking to prioritize this road. TV1 News continues when we return. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Enjoy life when we work together, making happy memories that last forever. Karen, talk young, or roll a scale rice family meal with talk. We'll bring out the smiles, cause it's a favorite by miles. Seni sigola, scale rice, low scale price. Seni sigola, scale rice, low scale price.
But you like him?
Papua New Guinea. We love a reason for a family gathering. A reason to play. A reason to ignite the flame. A reason to cook the best with the best. Flame oil, now PNG made for PNG cooking. Flame oil, winning taste.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Fine PNG made.
Ton, 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 hino, ton, ton.
If you can't stop thinking about the Hino range of trucks, then you better drive one today. Hino.
Ton, ton.
Digicel TV presents the race that stops the nation, the most prestigious horse race in the world, the Melbourne Cup 2023, coming soon to Digicel TV.
Welcome back. The CPL Foundation today launched their Family Planning Advocacy Center in partnership with City Pharmacy Wellness Clinics. The center is located in the new CPL Clinic wing at Stop and Shop Rainbow in Port Moresby.
Established in 2014, the CPL Foundation has been paving the way to strengthen women's education, health and access to the workforce. Today, the foundation launched their Family Planning Advocacy Center in partnership with City Pharmacy Wellness Clinics.
We have teenage pregnancies with orphans left to survive. We have single mothers, and we have a lot of them within our own group who struggle with jobs at hand and thus reducing the productivity and ability to learn or earn enough income to support their child. I could go on and on. We face significant challenges and we need to address them head on for the benefit of our nation's future generations. It is not just a health issue, it is a fundamental human right. It empowers individuals, especially women, to make informed choices about the number and spacing of their children. It contributes to healthier mothers and children, reduces maternal and infant mortality, and it also enhances the overall well-being of families and communities.
CPL Foundation Director Stephanie Campbell says the foundation centers women's empowerment, stating that if 50% of the population is left behind, PNG will not be able to achieve its social and development goals.
Need is real. The unmet need for family planning in PNG is significant. It's one of the highest in the Asia Pacific. At about 37% of people can access family planning. So it's a huge problem. And it absolutely, as Sir Mahesh said, contributes to very high rates of maternal death, because when women, for example, can't space their children, they're at much higher risk. And in fact, about a quarter of all pregnancies in Papua New Guinea, around a quarter, are within 24 months after the last delivery.
CPL Foundation has tailored their approach to family planning to the unique local, cultural and geographical context of the country, thus collaborating with homegrown Papua New Guinean experts, Lean Consulting PNG Limited. The foundation has 5 simple goals for this family planning program: access to information, access to services, community engagement, empowerment, and monitoring and evaluation. The foundation emphasizes its commitment to a transparent and accountable approach. Regular evaluation will ensure that the program remains effective and responsive to the needs of the people as time goes on. Mary Silla Kelleton, TV1 News.
Steamships Trading and the Ministry of International Trade and Investment jointly announced Steamships Platinum sponsorship in kind of the upcoming World Indigenous Business Forum through its hospitality division, Coral Seas Hotel, recently. The World Indigenous Business Forum is scheduled to take place from 24th to 26th this month in Port Moresby.
The World Indigenous Business Forum, a global platform that will bring together indigenous business entrepreneurs, business leaders, policymakers, and stakeholders, recently received additional support from Steamships Trading Company. Steamships announced its platinum sponsorship in kind of the forum through its hospitality division, the Coral Sea Hotels, in the presence of Richard Maru, Minister for International Trade and Investment.
It's a pleasure for Steamships to support you, Minister. We know that this World Forum takes place in cities all around the world, and as Papua New Guinea's own homegrown hospitality business, Coral Sea Hotels is very proud to be able to extend a very warm Papua New Guinean welcome to delegates from around the world, but also to our domestic delegates from PNG.
Minister Maru says Steamships coming on board as a sponsor for the forum makes it more affordable for both local and international forum delegates who will be traveling to Port Moresby to attend the forum.
It's a very generous offer, and we are, on behalf of the government, very, very grateful for the offer and your support. I think for me, this sort of support from Steamships is well and truly overdue, and I'm really grateful under your term as leader of Steamships. You've now really come on board to support us, and the government will be on the back of the bridge you'll be building with us through this sponsorship, hoping to do more and more work with your company in landowner companies and others. I think Steamships has a wonderful opportunity, given your years of experience in this country, to do more and be more visible in the eyes of the country. And I think this is a really, really wonderful start, and I want to encourage you to not stop here, but to still look at other opportunities to continue to build your brand in this country.
The World Indigenous Business Forum will take place from October 24 to 26th at the APEC House in Port Moresby. The forum delegates will include small and medium enterprises, large indigenous companies, landowner companies from Papua New Guinea and abroad. Maricela Kelleton, TV1 News.
Meantime, Minister Maru on Thursday announced the forum's goal sponsor, the Tourism Promotion Authority. The authority is supporting the WIBF with an investment of 250,000 kina. The forum is also receiving positive excitement from the Papua New Guinea Women in Business Foundation, as they will be promoting indigenous business culture of women in Papua New Guinea during the forum. Minister Maru excitedly announced also the planning of a grand welcome ceremony with the National Capital District and the amazing Port Moresby team for the delegates of the forum. To overseas, a man who killed a 70-year-old during a road rage fight on Adelaide's West Terrace has found not guilty of murder. A Supreme Court judge decided he was not satisfied that Francois Joseph Gassibe had an intention to kill.
A road rage altercation that had tragic consequences. 70-year-old Brian Maxwell Richardson was killed after suffering a traumatic head injury after he was attacked by Francois Joseph Gassibe in April last year. Their exchange on West Terrace started after the taxi Gassibe was travelling in changed lanes in front of the victim's car. Gassibe administered a flurry of blows to Mr. Richardson, culminating with a single kick to the chin, causing the victim to hit the ground. But the defence lawyer insisted his client did not mean to kill Mr. Richardson, arguing Gassibe acted in self-defence. After a trial by judge alone, that argument was accepted, with Gassibe found not guilty of murder, having earlier admitted to the lesser charge of manslaughter. I conclude that the accused may well have been under the cumulative influence of the stress created by the unexpected and surprisingly aggressive conduct of the deceased, Justice Peake said. This was superimposed upon the influence of alcohol and cocaine. Mr. Richardson's wife of more than 50 years expressed her grief to the killer. My joy, my rock and the love of my life. We have had to live a life without him. It's unimaginable. You have totally disrupted my life. Inside the courtroom, Gassibe read out a statement apologising to Mr. Richardson's family, telling them he will never be able to forgive himself.
Very remorseful, very sorry that the whole thing happened. As I said, it was not an incident of his own making.
Gassibe will return to court for sentencing later this month.
You're watching TV1 News. Sports is next. Stay tuned.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Hey, you want to talk? Want to win one of 4 Costa buses? Simply collect 6 SP Lager red promo caps and enter the draw at a participating store near you. There are heaps of other great prizes to win too, like SP Hunters jerseys and other awesome SP Lager gifts. So enter the draw today for a chance to win. There's a bus to be won in Islands, Southern, Momase, and in New Guinea Islands. SP Lager, Bungi Mumi!
Right across the nation, we eat snacks crackers. Emi Trubla. All get a young planalapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one-time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic kakaru, get up and big smile on face. Time for kim chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Saji, the taste PNG loves.
Absolutely ridiculous. And his volleys are just out of this world.
Welcome back. The 2023 Steamships Annual Sevens Tournament hosted at the Santos National Football Stadium today has once again brought together employees of the company and its partners to share their time on the field, taking break away from their work. The Steamship Sevens has been a significant part of the company and its partners for the last 28 years, and it's continuing with 30 years anniversary expected next year. The general manager of the steamships company, Vela Rupa, said, "Throughout this journey, the company has ensured some in-house challenges, making this event a success, but it has stringed together the successful events."
In terms of Steamship Sevens, this time around it's a lot more easier to manage with the operating companies that we had. Previously, we've had a lot of companies. So when we had Hebo and Stop and Shop, Trade Winds, so some of these companies, Laga, for example, we had a lot of companies, and as we start to diversify and sell off some of our companies, it got a little bit easier to manage. But at any one time, just looking back at some of the history, we had at least minimum of 2,000 people coming out on the day. So yeah, long history and even more greater commitment by the organization and the leadership team.
Rupa said this program is part of recognizing the employees for their contribution in the company. The steamships and her partners are proud to bring this event to their employees.
It's also our way of us as an organization to be able to say thank you back to our staff and to give them a day where they can come and play sport and form those camaraderie. I think what's important is that not a lot of attention is given to staff and staff welfare, and we also feel that this is a recognition and giving back to our staff and saying thank you to them, and having them come out and have fun. So there are other organizations that like to do family day and things like that, but I think for us, Steamship Sevens is a way of recognizing our team and also encouraging people to come out with their family and friends.
Rupa thanked the families that turned up for the event. He said this event will be even bigger next year when teams from outside provinces are involved to participate in the event. High-ranking top boxers from PNG, Australia and Kiribati are ready to face off in 11 international bouts in the Kokoda Boxing Challenge scheduled for this Sunday at the Lamana Gold Club in Port Moresby. Olympian John Ume alongside Oceania and Commonwealth champion Charles Keyama and Alan Oyake will be leading a strong contingent of the 9 fighters from the PNG Boxing Union.
9 fighters from New South Wales and 2 from Kiribati have arrived in Port Moresby for the Kokoda Boxing Challenge Cup this Sunday at the Lamana Gold Club. The annual challenge is strategically scheduled as a build-up to 2 major events, the Pacific Games and the Oceania Olympic Qualifier in the Solomon Islands this December. It is also a major fundraiser. The bouts will see Eruku Tamakau of Kiribati take on defending Oceania and Commonwealth champion Charles Keyama in the 51 kg, Alan Oika versus Ethan Hamid for the 57 kg, while the main event will feature PNG Olympian John Ume against New South Wales challenger Blake Sapienza. PNG Boxing Union President Dr. Gideon Kendino said since its inception in 2017, the annual Kokoda Cup Challenge has continued to set a pathway to expose our local boxers at the international level to help gain experience and raise the standard.
New South Wales will be bringing up 9 boxers, 1 female and 8 male In two of the categories, in 63 kilograms and 57 kilograms, they're the New South Wales champion, and I think this 57 is the Australian champion. They'll be fighting against our Olympic qualifying hopefuls, John Ume in the 63, and Alan Oike in the 57. The Kiribati boxer in the 52 kilograms will be fighting against our champion, Charlie Keama. So those three are going to be fighting for qualification for the Olympics. The other 8 boxers, they hopefully get good ring time and quality of position before the Pacific Games.
Two of the country's rising boxing prospects, Arthur Ray Lavalo of Manus and Petronila Nokenoke of the autonomous region of Bougainville, are in good nick and looking forward to facing their visiting challengers. Both fighters are confident they will do well to consolidate their sports in the final team to the Pacific Games. This will be Petronila's first international fight against Daniel Scanlon of Kiribati in the 63 kg. Lavalo faces off with Lachlan Lawson of New South Wales in the 88 kg. President Dr. Kendino emphasized that this is a chance to see Paris 2024 Olympics hopefuls Ume, Oika and Keama battle it out with New South Wales best. Dr. Kendino revealed that New South Wales has a good record of accomplishment against PNG, winning 2 out of the last 3 tournaments. He is quietly confident our boxers are ready to take one back this time around. The fight card includes Neville Varupi versus Petros Toskas of New South Wales, Emmanuel Semesha, New South Wales, versus Jamie Chang, Daniel Scanlon versus Petronila Nokenoke, Sophia Willie versus Teretia Teriri from Kiribati, and John Ume versus Blake Sapienza from New South Wales. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
And now the regional focus for the next 24 hours. Southern region, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms, with areas of rain and windy conditions. Momase region, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms with areas of rain. New Guinea Islands region, scattered showers and thunderstorms with windy conditions. Highlands region, scattered rain areas, then scattered morning fog. And that ends the news tonight. Bye for now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.